Well, greetings, visitors to the paper prison. Once more, it is I, your host, the Comics Prisoner, and I want to thank you for joining me on this special visiting day, as I have some a few things to announce. Um, First off, I was thrilled to find out that there is going to be, or rather, now is a show of the works of Klaus Janson. It's going to be in a gallery in New York, the Philippe Le Bon Gallery. I'll try to leave a link in the description. Um, this is something I would love to go see. I'm still trying to plan it out, but it's is as those of you who have been with me from the start know, my very first episode of The Comics Prisoner was looking at one of my favorite pages of Klaus Janson art. Um, Dave Cockrum made me want to be a cartoonist, but Klaus Janson made me want to be an inker. Um, and I've been a fan ever since. I actually, when I was living in New York in the 90s, I actually was able to kind of con my way into Mr. Jansen, or is it Jansen? I think it's Jansen, Mr. Jansen's apartment because I wanted to be his assistant. And it was basically a job interview. And all I'll say is I said a lot of dumb things during that meeting, but this is the one I'll share. I had an issue of Daredevil 125. It was, I think it was the third Daredevil I ever bought, and I just loved it for his inks. And I showed him. I just happened to have the front splash page open, and I said, "Oh, this is so good." And Klaus looks at it and goes, "You know, I could do a lot better now." And I went, "Really?" And he goes, "Well, I'd like to think I'd learned something in 17 years." And I was like, "Oh." And that gives you an idea of some of the other dumb things I said. I thought I knew so much about the industry. I didn't know jack. I'm very excited about this show. I recommend everyone go see it. It opened on the 5th of March. It will be up until April 11th. That's a pretty good long time to maybe be able to check it out. This gallery is very comics friendly. They've had lots of artists that look like they could work in comics, and a lot of comic artists. Like there was also a show by Frank Cho, which I wish I'd seen, but oh well. And I'm sure they're going to have other great shows. So if you do miss this one, I'm sure there'll be other great ones. All right, on to other things. It is with sadness that we now report that Mike Richardson has been removed as CEO from Darkhorse Comics, the company he created 40 years ago. I had a friend who basically said the best thing I've ever heard about Dark Horse Comics. He said, "I've never seen Dark Horse ever publish crap. Whatever they put out, I always knew someone would like this." And really sounds like damning with faint praise, but he's right. Mike Richardson always knew where quality was. As most of you are aware about this channel, I don't so much do news blasts or do comics history as much as my personal feelings about the art and the people. So when it comes to Mike Richardson, I was in San Diego Comic Con in 1992, and I saw him walking through the aisles. I didn't know he was so tall. He's 6'9", and because of what I've heard about Jim Shooter, I just thought he was Jim Shooter with a dye job. And then when I realized they were two different people, because I saw Shooter shortly afterwards, I thought, wow, they look like brothers because they really do look like they could be brothers. So that's my one little. Well, also, that was the year he said he was going to read everything anyone gave him at San Diego Con, and he read a book I gave, and he gave me a very nice letter back, which I still value and treasure. I have it in my files. I will never get rid of it. Maybe I'll share it sometime. So that's my one Mike Richardson personal story. And finally, I've been thinking about sharing some of the projects that I've been working on for my own production company. And I was just wondering if you people would like to see the work in action. I will be sharing some more of my older works, uh, if only because they were in print. And well, just think about it. Reply in the comments if you'd like to see what I'm working on now, whether it's print or animation. Well, look, I'm looking at the clock and looks like time is up. I'm sure everyone has to leave. Uh, it's a crazy time these days. I hope everyone is well, and I hope to see you next week with a little longer show. So until next time, be well and bye bye and buy comics. See you.